What is up? It is 6:30. Um, we got our energy drinks this time finally. So, um, we don't have to go get them. Time saved, and I can make something smaller, just as a little something to eat for now. And I can make my stuff later. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get my food making and stuff like that. It is Wednesday. I think we have some news. Oh, oh no, that's Wednesday. So we're still chilling. Okay, we don't really. I mean, we have some high impact, but we'll have to see if it actually is high impact once the time comes for it. Oh, hold on. Oh. Oh my gosh. What we have construction PMI, ISM services PMI, and then job openings. But yeah, that's about it for news. The charts are looking looking pretty good. Might be able to get another trade out of it. We should wait for news. We should either wait for news or get a trade out before that. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna make some food to fuel myself for the trade day. And even if I don't trade, still got some breakfast and got some time to finish editing the video from yesterday. Cause I almost finished it. I was working on it all day. I literally went to bed at like 1 o'clock last night. But yeah, let's get this rolling. Alright, so we have 4 of waffles. I just did something easy because everyone's asleep and I don't want to because usually I have a smoothie. Actually, you know what? Currently it's right here, but it's a Ninja blender. I don't know if it says it on the top, but yeah. But basically, I'm assuming you guys know what these ninja things are. But actually, let me show you that top. That top you can drink out of, but there's also another one that goes onto that bottle, and it's the actual blender with the sharp part. So then you put the sharp the blades inside, twist the cap on, and on the top side of the thing is where you flip it around, you put it down, and it'll spin it, and you just press it down, and it'll blend it. And then you take it off, you can swap them out, and then you can drink out of it, which is pretty cool. But that's usually what I do, is for my smoothies. But since everyone's asleep, there's 10 grams of protein in 2 of them, so there's 20, and there's 170 in 2 for calories. So that's, I got this too. Got a Lacombe orange, just because I saw that we had oranges, and I haven't had an orange in I don't even know how long. At least a year, that's for sure. And then Lacombe cherry. I love cherry. Cherry's my top flavor of anything, and it's yogurt, so it's even better. But yeah, Lacombe meal. Some random stuff, but it works. And then we, of course, got a Lacombe energy drink. But here we go. Alright, so it is 7-Eleven, but there's not going to be much action right now. Now, of course, we're still in bearish. Actually, not really much for me to do that. Still bearish. I see this wick right here, and I'm assuming something happened because I was looking at it earlier. Here, let me just plop a little line. See what's going on. All right. Now there's liquidity. Top up here, here. If this is also a liquidity sweep here, which means the move up like that, because it's not the most recent. All right. So we're just gonna drag it, effects, because I guess it's from here all the way up. This is the move up, I guess, because then it comes down with the wick. So yeah, oh yeah, okay. So we see it, boom, wicked in, go down in the 1 hour. What do we see? Wow. Fair value gap. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Again, is this a, okay, that's not a sweep. Is it a 30-minute sweep? Because if it is, that would be heavenly. No? Okay. Because I was trying to say, this is like the exact same setup as yesterday. Drop, drop. Like, what the fuck? And we're waiting for a retrace. So, I guess into the fair value gap. I'm gonna go to the 30-minute to look for stuff. Because that usually seems to be where things happen. Or I get things. Ah, you know what? Haha. Sweep. What does that make this? Order block. Boom. What is price doing? Tapping into it. Now, I can't forget we have news. Now, if I get my trade before news, ain't gonna be much up to it. Basically, if we saw that liquidity sweep on the higher time frame, I believe. Or no, not a sweep. It was an order block, fair value gap. Went to an order block, filled in a fair value gap. Now it's continuing lower, waiting for a retrace. Let's go to the 15-minute. Right there. Sweep. Move up before the move down. So actually, I guess it would be this, right? Again, that's a 15-minute. That's not a 30. So what would I be taking my trade on? Possibly the 5-minute again? Could try it. Yeah. We have that. Which actually stretches out to over here as well. Actually, even farther back to here. Actually, even farther back to here. And now, it's not all of it, of course. Some of it's been filled. But there's just like a line in this fair value gap. There's like a line that just stretches out from all the way. So to me, that shows that it probably needs to be filled. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this too. This should work. I've been trying to experiment with the fact that I believe that liquidity sweeps can happen through fair value gaps, like these over here. Because I've seen it happen a couple times, but I don't want it to just assume that it works yet, because that's how you get fucking stopped out and lose your trades. I just need to do some more testing. I should do back testing with it, to be quite honest. This is a 10-minute, not the 5-minute. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait for an entry. I'm just gonna wait for a retrace into the area. Wait for an entry. And then I'll hit my trade, look for some take profits down here. Most likely these areas. I would say probably here. Because we see, boom, sweep, order block right here. But yeah, yeah, that's about it. That's how much I'm gonna. Oh wait, oh, the calm sweep or no? Nah, not really. You know why? Cause it's a lower time frame sweep. We need to be looking for Shirapir. I want to do something here. EQ. Yerp. Oh, dude. Daily order block. Look, sweep. Boom. That means this is an order block. What is price doing? Coming into it. Perfect. Alright. I'm going to get rid of this EQ because I already know it's there. And I already know that we are in a discount. Now, just waiting for actual confirmation. Another order block. Perfect. Price is definitely going to where I want it to. And there's also liquidity right here. There's liquidity right here. So price could come, sweep this liquidity, get these fair value gaps, boom. That means we're in for the money. That'll be it. But we're gonna wait for retrace, and we've seen the liquidity sweep. We've seen the order block. We've seen it come out, but close below. Now it opened a new candle above. Now it's retracing back into it, and we're gonna wait for it to hit our confirmations or confluences and continue lower, and then we'll enter. But yeah, it's basically what I'm doing for today. So just because price goes up doesn't mean that it's not going to continue downwards to where you're going. And now this time, I had already known that. But now, it's just learning the fact that I need to be even more confident. Because price went up a lot more. It literally barely went back up from my order. Like, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Like, look. Price literally went this far from from here. The prices, there's also news today that I should have waited for. Let's actually go ahead and look at it. It's at 9 a.m., so it's in an hour. I mean, I had a good confluence, didn't I? Mm, I had a good confluence, but I don't think it was enough. Cause see, look, price barely went into my stop loss area, which is why I'm thinking, like, I don't know. Look, pretty sure it swept that area. In fact, I think I already said this before, but look, it may have done this too. Which again would prove what I was saying, right? About how you can sweep liquidity through fair value gaps. Well, actually, it might be that one. Because we are seeing a lot of bearish momentum loss. As in, what do I mean by that? I mean, our market's bearish. And we literally are bearish. Yet we're having a little bit of a problem being able to go down. And if we see this liquidity sweep close, or we see this liquidity sweep body close below, then we see these candles retracing, and we see like a damn near an engulfing candle in a bearish market, in a bearish trend, with bearish confluences hitting, then that's probably what it was. Instead of this one, to where it's at the top of the wick and it barely wicks in. No, well, here's the thing though. Well, no, because I was gonna say it's in a fair value gap, but this one's also in a fair value gap. Because look, it fulfilled the imbalance. Now, actually, it could have done both, which would make sense as to why it was very strong momentum. Because it filled this liquidity fully, came down here, filled this imbalance, wicked into this liquidity, and look, it's like literally almost 1, 2, boom. It's a high confluence area of, or not even, it's a high area of, or I guess you could say a key area of liquidity. Not for the whole not for the whole charts though. For just this like specific area or even time frame, I guess. Because it's only over 10 minutes, so that wouldn't be a key level for the whole thing. I should have taken the $1. I just didn't have a specific take profit reason as to why I should have taken the profit. Like there wasn't an area that made me think, oh, this should be my first take profit, or oh, I should take money here. I mean, I did everything right except be confident in even more confident in my trade, and I could have probably found a better entry. I could have found possibly a better take profit, and or be more confident in my trade. And I say because you want to always be confident in your trades no matter what, and or because instead of finding just better take profits, I could have just stayed confident with my trade, and it probably will continue downwards. Although it's taking forever, probably because some shit, probably because there's news. Yeah. Let's go ahead and come over here instead. I don't know really, honestly, why I had that one in. Dude, it barely went above my stop loss. I just see the candles move or not fastly, quickly, and I don't even know. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, maybe not. But now it's time. Okay. Oh. So what happens when you are sleeping 5 hours and 4 hours every day? It's just because I need to start. Like I have a schedule, but it's not. I don't. It's not timed. I don't have times for set times for things because that kind of like messes with your schedule. Because some things take longer than others, and that's not really an efficient way to do it in my eyes. Now, when you do it that way, all you have to do is tell yourself any time wasted is on you. So if you're wasting time, that's on you. That's not on your schedule being wrong. That's not on anything else. If you're wasting time, it's on you. And if you get your shit done, then you shouldn't need scheduled times. You just have your schedule for what you're gonna do. Now, at nighttime, I may have to do that because I usually end up staying up late because the only reason is because I always I'm literally damn near, it's always something trading. That's the only reason I stay up is because it's something trading. And I'm just staying up because I want to keep learning about it. But I need to know that I literally can do that tomorrow. It's really the only problem I have. Because if I was able to get more sleep, I mean, it might help. So Tokyo session is from 6. Wait, what? Tokyo is from 6 to 3. Hold on. I will let you out. You're fine. Oh, I'm sorry. Look at her, she's mad now. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. Here. Leave. What? I'm so stupid. I literally was about to put her down, and then she, like, fucking jumped. Like, bro, what? So majestic. Bro. Get. But now I'm gonna go ahead and trade, not trade. I'm gonna go ahead and do my trading journal and, get that out the way. Now, I still had a profit, but the commission or the spread cost was 10 cents, and I got 7, so I lost 3. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and yeah, get that going. All right. What'd I tell you? On the dot, 9 o'clock. What does price do? Drop. Let's find out what happened. Get. That's why you wait for price. Not price. News. That would have hit my take profit. Just wanted to show that to you guys. Anyways, back to the time lapse. All right. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and look at what we have for my trade recap. All right. So GBP, the short, it was a win. The trade was a win, but I didn't gain anything because of the commission. Commission was 10 cents. And I gained 7. So I lost 3. Made a comment. Made 7 cents, but spread cost was 10. So I lost 3. Alright. Here's my daily. Daily bias, bearish. Again, have this sweep here. Need to keep it in mind. You know what I'm not doing? I check the daily bias. And then after that, I immediately start looking for... This is what I need to do. Go to the daily first. This is what I first need to do when looking for my bias. I bias... Okay, boom, we're bearish still. All right, go to the 4 hour. What do we see? Before this was here, okay, boom. Before all this shit was here, we could say, okay, this is a retrace. This is going to be a daily retrace. Actually, I mean, yeah, it was a daily retrace. But the daily's in a retrace, which means it's a weekly. But the weekly is also in a retrace, which means it's a monthly. Now, you'd probably be like, well, doesn't that mean it'd be in an uptrend? No. Because it is still in a downtrend. It never broke structure. So it's still bearish. Do we see a breaker structure? Nope. See a breaker structure? Nope. Breaker structure? Yup. But it's a retrace. Remember, higher time frame holds higher power. What do we see here? No breaker structure, no breaker structure, no breaker structure. No breaker structure, bearish. Breaker structure on the 4 hour, retrace. All right, 1 hour. Again, same shit. Breaker structure upwards. All right, it's going to be a retrace. That's, okay. 1 hour, we're already down to the 1 hour. We figured it out. Bearish, 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 retrace, retrace. Okay, now we can start looking for our confluences. That's what I need to do instead of going, bearish. All right, let's go look to the 1 hour. Fair value gap. Looking. Like, bro. I mean, I know it's correct, but that's not always going to work. Like, fucking hell, bro. Maybe that'll help you guys. All right, so now to the 1 hour. I decided to use the 1 hour because I didn't want to use the 4 hour because there wasn't enough context, and I wanted to not use something. I wanted to use a second higher time frame, medium to higher time frame, to kind of give context in between, because I used the 10. I always use daily, and I used 5 for my trade, so I wanted something in between. But 30-minute isn't going to show as much confluence as the 1 hour, because the 1 hour damn near is the 30-minute. It's just 30 minutes times 2. So I just do the 1 hour because it shows enough context to know what's going on in the 30-minute. As we can see, we see liquidity sweep right here. Boom, liquidity sweep along with a fair value gap right here. So I drew an order block, fair value gap, boom. You see price tap into it. All right, now we know that that's working. See anything else? Now to the 10-minute. I see price retrace into the lower time frame, and by that I meant the 10 minute, because the last one was the 1 hour. So this is the 10 minute, and I see price retrace, because that's what we were looking for. I was a retrace into confluences, and I said, to me, this had confirmed an entrance into a trade. But yeah, I don't know. The only reason I would see that it would be is because it's, well, actually, I was looking at that earlier, at the very beginning, is that's a high confluence area for the fair value gap, because we see imbalance here, imbalance here, imbalance here, imbalance here, imbalance here. This little like line of area right here is high confluence for the fair value gap. That probably is why, I would assume. And I think I have it in the video somewhere. So you'll probably saw it at one point. I think I remember talking about it too. So, yeah. And then, but yeah, I saw C price retrace in a lower time frame, 10 minute, into a fair value gap, high confluence, fair value gap, and sweeps liquidity at where it is, where that green line is. To me, this had confirmed an entrance into a trade, and it did. Now, what I should have done was gone to a lower time, even lower time frame. This is what I should have done. 10 minute. All right. Well, we see that bullshit. I want to try and line up the one spot. Yeah, like right here. Look at that. Look at that high confluence area. But see, it comes up to here. Now, it could just do that because it fucking wants to. Because there's also this one here. I guess I shouldn't do that. There's also this one here. Like, okay, see the long wick. Go to a lower time frame. Okay, it's also a liquidity sweep. I guess I should have been more patient because, look, we see a sweep. See no breaker structure. Price going crazy on there. Fair value gap gets filled. Boom. Comes up. We see it sweep liquidity again. Now, this order block. There it is. Found it. That's what I should have done. Look, price comes down, closes outside of the order block. What does it do next? The next candle opens outside of the order block. What does price do? Goes into the order block, sweeps liquidity, continues lower. As that happens, news comes out, price fucking drops. But here's the thing, it's high impact news, so there's no way you can predict it. Now, I don't know if price ever moves in confluence. That's what I just said on my fucking notes. Price, I believe, now, being able to believe things and seeing things happen just comes with experience. Like the liquidity sweep, the fair value gaps I was talking about, and price and news confluencing with each other or coinciding. This right here, this has made me start to believe that news and price coincide together. Now, I mean, obviously they do, because price is going to do price, what price is going to do. News just affects it how it does, and then price continues to do what it was going to do anyways. Like, there's still liquidity here. Now, news made it drop, but there's still liquidity here. So it's just going to grab that liquidity, boom, order's going to be filled. But that's what I didn't do. I saw on the 10-minute time frame. Well, I mean, the 10-minute still works. Only because, when did I take my trade? Like, right here? I think I'm going to start doing my trades on the 1 and the 5-minute mostly. And that's where I've gotten a lot of my profitable stuff. Is on the 5-minute. I should have seen price hit into that high confluence fair value gap and been like, all right, we see the high confluence fair value gap area and we see the liquidity sweep. We can now go into our lower time frames. All right, now we see liquidity sweep, we see price coming down. But here's the thing, that was supposed to be the retrace though. Because, remember, the price up here, when was this? Okay, well, this was at 3 a.m., though. Should I have taken that into consideration? I don't know. Seeing as how things like this happened, I would say not. But I've also pretty sure I've seen that happen before, yesterday. My take profit. Fucking order block fair value gap area. Okay, well, that was also a take profit area. That wasn't a confluence area. So I would say no then. So I should have had this retrace area as my first, then waited for a retrace. This could have been my first move. I should have waited for a retrace out of it. Retraces into this fair value gap. Now, would I have taken a trade off that? I don't know. You know what? I bet I know what happened. This candle, yeah, it's a down candle, but what probably happened is it probably... Oh, this one. Is it probably opened here, probably went up first. I would have seen that. I would have been like, okay, I see that it swept this area. Continues lower. So if it's sweeping that, what does that make this? I would have seen that sweep and like, all right, this is an order block. So now we can wait for a retrace from that. Boom, price comes down. Outside of the order block, I would have been like, all right, boom, there it is. Now let's wait for it to go back into it. Boom, next candle opens below. What does it do? Comes up all the way, sweeps liquidity, large wick. I'm like, all right, enter my trade. Boom. What could I have done? Short trade. I could have been like, all right, I literally see that it went in, and I could have been like, all right, top of the order block. Areas, previous areas that I said. Right here. Maybe not. Yeah, because, I mean, it's still not there even now. So I would say probably this area, which quite literally is going right now. Maybe even, I want to say here. Yeah, actually, I would say right here instead, because this liquidity sweep is in the order block and it's higher up. I mean, that's not what you would want to take profit, but in an intraday trade like this and seeing how far it is, that would make sense. Right here, this order block, because this price is in order block. I mean, yeah, this one's in the 50%, the bottom 50%. We could have put it there. But to play it safe, we could also put it on the 50% of the order block. And then I could have put a pending order, because price would have been above this, because I would have seen it come into the order block and be like, all right, obviously it's doing what I'm going to. And I would have seen it come up and been like, and I would have been like, all right, where is it going to? Okay, well, there's liquidity here, liquidity here. I'm going to mark those spots of liquidity, set my order, put my stop here, find my take profits, set the pending order, because I know as soon as it goes to that liquidity, it's going to come down, it's going to hit my pending order, and it's going to continue down, and I'm going to get full profit instead of having to wait for breaker structure. So if I waited for breaker structure right here, it would have been already all the way down. I would have been cooked. I would have gotten a 4 to 11 risk to reward. Pretty good. I'm glad that I did that. I found a better trade that I could have taken. Instead of using 3 a.m. information to try and create a trade at 7:40. Might work, but price didn't even go up there. Price wasn't even up here at all. Never even came above this area. It didn't even come above the fair value gap, so. But yeah, that's basically. My trading plan was executed okay. I did everything. I did one trade, did correct risk, did correct session, correct pair, but I traded on high impact news. Now, we could have waited for price to come back down to here, but the only thing is there's no context for me to go off of, besides the fact that there's an order block right here. Boom, bam, bada, bop, boom, pow. What does price do? Wick, 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 boom, drop. So I could have actually. That's what I should have done, was wait for price. Wait for fucking news. Fucking wait for news next time, dumbass. All right. What things were done correctly? I was able to find correct bias and confluences. But, I like to add the but at the end of correctly, go down to what things are done incorrectly in the trade. But I traded on a day where there was high impact news, which I believe to have swayed price action even prior to the news. Kind of was wrong about that, because there still was confluence that was correct. I was just looking at the wrong thing. But obviously they do coincide, but I just wasn't really looking at the correct thing. I traded on a day where there was high impact news, which I believe was swayed price action even prior to the news, because price was fluctuating and struggling with bearish momentum. Not really, kind of, but not really, because I was, again, looking at the wrong thing. Kind of, I was looking at the right thing, but looking at it incorrectly. And struggling with bearish momentum even after it had hit my confluence and there was a reaction off that area. Notes. Do not trade on high impact news. Stay confident in your trades. Price is sometimes going to go in your stop loss, and that's fine. There's going to be retraces, and you have to stay confident in your trade, knowing it's going to go continue in your direction. And don't trade high impact, at least until after looking at what news does to the market. If I had waited till 9 o'clock, price would have dropped. Retrace. Oh, order block. I think there's a fair value gap or something. No. Liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep through the fair value gap or through the imbalance. Goes up to the 50% level. Taps into the order block. Goes up above 50%. What does it do? Continue lower. I could have hit my trade right there. I mean, I could have been like, damn, news really did affect it. All right, well, it's in a bearish. We see news created bearish momentum. All right, well, we see now it's retracing. Okay, I see this order block. I see this liquidity sweep. What is price doing? Oh, wick. All right, let me hit my trade. Maybe. Ooh. Maybe not. Come on, low bro. Anyways. Oh, there it is. Look. Fair value gap right here. A small fair value gap inside the fair value gap. I keep saying there it is. Nothing's happening. It's like, it goes up a little bit. Oh! What I was trying to do... I was correct. Oh my gosh. 1 minute fair value gap. Boom. Retrace. 1 minute and 5 minute are going to be my new trading entry, my new entry spots. But yeah. Alright. That is basically everything wrapped up for today. It was a really good post analysis. I like that post analysis. That was a great post analysis. I need to do a little bit more pre-market analysis. Not trade on high impact news. Wait for news. Yeah, it's at 9 o'clock. But would have gotten a better trade out of it. But, yeah. Hopefully you guys got some entertainment and some information, mostly, out of this. I should have the video uploaded today. It's almost done. The other one from yesterday. And then I will be working on... Oh, I was right. Was I right? I kind of. It wicked into that order block again. Anyways. I will see you guys in the next one. I don't think there's any crazy news tomorrow, so I might trade. Depending on, my confluences and shit. If I don't see anything crazy, I ain't gonna do it. Oh, shit. Hey, bro. But, yeah. I guess I will see you guys tomorrow. And we will be doing the same shit. See ya. Peace.